In this video, we'll show you how to transform the lounge in your Bailey Endeavour B62 from day mode, which it is now, into night mode. Now, the night mode, you have two options. You can either have a twin bed setup or a generous double, but we'll show you how to do so. So to make up the single beds in your B62, it really couldn't be much easier. All you do is you remove the backrest portion of the seats from either side. I would normally place them in the cab or somewhere out of the way. Now, with the backrest out of the way, you don't need your scatter cushions, so they can go in the cab area as well. And there you have your single beds. Now, these serve as quite a handy headboard area. Now, they're plenty long enough for me to use, but if you're taller than I am, you could remove these to give yourself a bit more headroom. Now, I can thoroughly recommend these. I spent a week using this as a single bed in the Dolomite, and it is incredibly comfortable. So that is how to make up the twin beds in your B62. Right, so to make up that double bed in your Bailey Endeavour B62, first of all, because we're filming from this angle, I'm going to just remove these cushions so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Usually these would stay in place. Unless I remove them, you won't quite see the little bits that you do need to know. Right, so we have a U-shaped configuration. Obviously, we need an infill bit here to support the cushions. I'm just going to remove the backrest for a bit. We will need these shortly. Right, with the backrest out of the way, we need to get under this section here. This is the section that is by the kitchen. So if we remove this cushion just out of the way, lift up the bed base, and in here, it's against this part of the bed base. You may not see it initially. Look inside and you'll see two catches. So once you have the slats out, you can close the bed base back down. We'll just lift this cushion out of the way. Because with both sides down, this slots into position. So I'll fold out the first part, fit it between the two bunks, and then simply slide it forward under these cushions until it meets the support that's based under here. Once it meets that other slat, you can fold it back and then place the seating cushions back into position. Now, this is where the backs of the seats come into play. You'll need to remove this infill part here. These are simply velcroed into place. Pull the velcro off one side and then the other. These bits you won't need, they can go into the cab. So this cushion simply fits between. Now, you may think that's a bit low, but Bailey can filter this, because this is where the other seat cushion comes into play. Again, remove the infill in exactly the same way. Place that in the cab with the other one. And again, you simply place that on top. So with the cushions in place, you now have the option. You can either use these cushions as a headboard unit, or if you're lucky enough to have that really secluded location, you like those back doors open, you want your feet out in the breeze, feel free. You've got a really, really large double bed, especially if you're that much taller.